Hey girlies, it's Tammy. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I have a haul, PR haul, I guess, of all of the palettes I've been sent recently that I have not managed to use yet, which usually I can keep up with the amount of palettes coming in, like do videos for them and everything. But recently there's been like an influx in palette releases and I can't keep up. By the way, these are fake plants because I cannot be trusted with real ones, okay? I have real life kids to take care of that I cannot add plants to the list, so yeah, fake ones are all around my house. But anyways, I'm gonna start with the one that literally just came as I sat down to record this video, which is the new Sample Beauty Equalizer 2 palette. I saw this online, guys, and I was dribbling. I haven't opened it up in real life yet, so this is the first time I'm gonna see it. But when I saw the launch pictures, I was like, oh, it's a warm tone, purpley toned, reddish tone palette, and that is just the way to my heart, okay? Oh, look at these colors, guys. We have the warm tone browns, we have purples, we have oranges. I mean, it's not as deep and dark as it looked in the picture, but you definitely do get deep dark colors down here. You get even, oh, look at those shimmers. Look at this one right here. Can you see that duochrome? Let me swatch that because that shade looks absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, it's like a duochrome silvery pinkish green. That is stunning. The shimmers in here look insane. They almost look like the Beauty Bay formula with that type of creamy foiled reflective formula, and it seems to be like an even split of matte and shimmers. So we get mattes on this side, shimmers on this side. I low-key hope that you vote this to the top of the list because I really want to use this. It looks gorgeous. Next, I got the Natasha Denona Trio Chrome palette, which looks like this. So it has like a duochrome packaging, which is so cool. And these are the shades on the inside. So when I got this, I did think the mattes were a lot lighter than I was expecting. I was kind of hoping they would have like mid-tone, dark, deep colors. Because of my skin tone, of course, and my makeup preferences, I do live for deep, dark colors. So even just opening this palette up, my eyes are instantly drawn to that dark purple, this kind of dark khaki color, and this orange. Everything else is just so pale. I don't know how it's going to look on my skin tone, but we will of course try it out. And then we have the free duochrome triochrome shades in the middle here, so I'm going to go ahead and swatch them so you guys can see. Wow, gorgeous. This one obviously looks the best, but these are still cute as well. I feel like this one has the most strongest shift. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen some of these on my Instagram because I do tend to put it on my story when I get it. So next we have the Juvia's Place Wahala 2 collection. In this collection you get two lipsticks, Petty Betty and Shakara, and then of course the palette. We're focusing on palettes in this video, so yeah. So this is what the palette looks like, and these are the shades on the inside. No mirror, unfortunately. I wish they did put a mirror because you've already got the picture on the front. Why do you need the picture on the inside as well? But anyways, these are the shades. So it's kind of blue heavy, but I do find that they do have different tones of blue. So you've got like purplish blues, you've got greenish blues, you've got blue blues, but then of course you do have this section over here that's like warm tone coral oranges and pinks. I really want to swatch these blue purple shimmers and see how different they really are. Just to have all of them, really? Is it necessary? They look so similar, guys. Like, are they really necessary? These two, so wait, these two look like the same, and then these two, god, I can't do this. Do you really need all four in a palette? I don't think so. And you do also get 4 pressed glitters in this palette. So you get the silver, you get this kind of blue turquoise color, orange, and a purple glitter. So yeah, ooh, this shade up here looks like a trio chrome, like the Natasha Denona. It's called Fake. Oh my god, look at that color, guys. It's like green and pink. The shift on this color just looks so beautiful and insane. I hope you guys can see that on camera. It's like green, purple. Oh my god, I love it. I wish Juvia's did more of these types of shifty colors, but yeah. Okay, so next we have some from Huda Beauty. Let me start with the ones that I never got around to doing a video on, which is the Haze palette. So she has Purple Haze, Khaki Haze, and Sand Haze. I did plan to do a video on these palettes, but it just never happened, guys. Honestly, I feel like I always plan. I did use this on Instagram, but I always plan to do videos and they never really happen. But this is the khaki one. How stunning. I feel like everyone was drawn to this for good reason. I mean, I do wish they had like a strong green in there. There's only this one, and even this is more like a green brown. I feel like Huda Beauty's palettes always do lean a little bit of neutral. Like she'll put a color in there, but then she'll go neutral like overall. This one is meant to be purple haze, but literally you get what, 2 purples in here, which is that dark one and then this shimmer one. Everything else once again is neutral, and then you get like these really light pastels in here. To be honest, I wasn't really drawn to use this palette, which is probably why I didn't end up doing a video on it, because it's just like, yeah, not really inspiring or calling me. And then last but not least, the Sand Haze palette, which looks like this, which reminds me of the Nude Medium palette that she did. Maybe a little bit more cool toned than the Nude Medium, but still similar vibe. So yeah, I just wasn't really cool to use these. I haven't even swatched them, to be honest. Let's give these 2 away, because I haven't swatched them and I haven't used them, and I don't plan to be honest with you. So let's give these away at the end of the video. Actually, I always say that and then I forget, so let me just do it now. Give this video a thumbs up. It's open internationally. Make sure you leave me a comment down below, and in the comment include your Instagram or your email address so I can contact you if you win, and make sure you're subscribed. Did I say that? So another one from Huda Beauty is her new Naughty palette, Naughty Nude palette. This is the first palette she's not put her eyes onto, the big one, do you know what I mean? And these are the shades on the inside. So I find that this slippery shade that everyone's talking about looks different in every single palette. Some palettes you get loads of pigments in there, pigment balls. So it's basically like a clear, glossy, creamy shadow with pigment balls in it. And then as your finger touches the pigment balls, it kind of like releases a bit of color. To be honest, I just wish she put a normal shade in there, because I'm not really gonna use this. It's like a clear, glossy type of, it's wet when you touch it, and then it just comes out clear, because my pigment balls are literally not existent. Like there's barely anything in there. But other than that shade, everything else in this palette looks absolutely gorgeous. I love the deep dark mattes in here, like this one and this one over here. I just feel like it's an extension to the Nude Rich palette that she came out with. I got this palette from Lime Crime, and it's called their Greatest Hits Classics palette, which looks like this. Gorgeous burgundy. My eyes are automatically drawn to these 3 shades. Everything else is just really pale, and I wouldn't really use them. Yeah, I think it's a cute, rosy, romantic type of palette that I could easily use every day. I could just put like this in the crease, this in the outer V, and a shimmer on the lid, and it would look gorgeous. So it's an easy, effortless palette that you don't really need to think about. You just blend the shades, do you know what I mean? But I think because of half of the palette being so light and pale, I wouldn't have purchased this myself. So I got this new KVD Edge of Reality eyeshadow palette, which looks like this. So this palette is actually 100% recyclable. It doesn't have a mirror, I believe. So yeah, this is what the palette looks like, and then it doesn't come with a mirror. And you see this little section up here, you can just pop out the palette and then recycle the whole outer packaging, which is great. Or you can just leave it in there, and then when you've finished or used up the palette, you can just pop that out and recycle the rest, which is great. But yeah, overall I feel like the shades in this palette are absolutely stunning. You get, you know, your neutrals, but then you get these gorgeous shimmers. The shimmers are the standout in this palette for me. They have such gorgeous reflection on them. I hope you guys can see the shimmer effect of this. Can you guys see these shimmers? Like how stunning. Let me swatch, because this one looks beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Woohoo. I don't know if I showed this to you, but I have the Urban Decay Stoned Vibes palette, which I am in between. In my head, I'm like, should I give it away? Should I do a video? Should I give it away? Should I do a video? I'm not too sure, but this is what it looks like. It is a majority shimmer palette, but the shimmers in here do look absolutely beautiful. They're really foiled and pigmented, really gorgeous. I feel like it's one of those palettes that I want to give away, but then when I do give it away, I'm gonna miss it. Do you know what I mean? It's so bizarre, because I've had it for like a month and I haven't even used it. So how can I miss something that I haven't used? But I don't know. Then again, I am a little bit of a hoarder, so I don't know. I might use it, I might not, but I want to keep it, but I don't. A palette that I kind of forgot that I had is the Kaleidos Escape Pod palette. And when I opened it this morning, I was like, oh my God, how have I not used this yet? This is what the box looks like, and then this is what the palette looks like. And guys, these shades are absolutely gorgeous. Love the mix of the matte at the top here, the shimmers in the middle here, and then the neutrals down the bottom. Like, what? Oh my gosh, look at these shades. What? One swipe, look at that. I need to use this palette like ASAP. Sugarpill sent me a new, I believe they came out with singles, but they sent all the singles and then sent a palette to put it in, of course. And these are the shades in here. So we have some blues and some purples. I mean, this is right up my street. Why haven't I used these? I got this palette from a brand called MAKEUP, which I believe is an Italian brand, and the palette is called MILF, but they've said it stands for Makeup Instinct Lives Forever. Sure. Anyways, this is what this palette looks like. How stunning. It's got like your warm tones, but also you've got like a pop of green over there, and that green looks stunning. I think overall, if you did a look with this, you would get mostly a neutral, you know, type of look, but you can definitely throw the green all over your lid to kind of add a pop of color, or maybe on your lower lash line, wherever you want to put it. But yeah, this is the MAKEUP, and MAKEUP has really good eyeshadow quality as well. Next, I have these two palettes from a brand called Cara Beauty. If you guys remember, I tested their face palette, which I love, but I haven't tested the eyeshadow palettes. I think I used one of them in a Halloween look. I think it was this one, the red one called Flower After Hours. Yeah, I used the black in here for a Halloween look, but I haven't like tried it as an eyeshadow palette on my eyes. But even just using the black as my contour in the Devil look, it was so pigmented, so I can only imagine the other colors in here. So this is the shade selection. How stunning, colorful. You get a bit of everything in this palette. You get neutrals, you get rainbow, and then there's also this one which is called Before the Party, which looks like this. I believe this is a US indie brand as well. They do come with mirrors on the inside. This one is more of a green blue, but you also get neutrals, yellow and red up here. Like, how gorgeous is this shade selection? And this one as well, absolutely beautiful. Sorry, it's making my lighting a bit dark because it has a reflective packaging, but yeah. Then I also got the new Nabla Side by Side nude palette, which looks like this, and these are the shades. So this is a very neutral palette. It does look a bit too cool tone for what I prefer, but I do love, it's mostly this color and this color that's drawing me into this palette. And the shimmers do look absolutely beautiful, like these three right here, but the cool tones and the gray is just not my style. But I love Nabla so much. I'm gonna keep this palette. Okay, and last but not least, we're gonna finish off with some Revolution products. So I recently got sent the new Friends collection that they have. So these actually surprised me. I thought I was just gonna end up giving them all away like I did with volume 1, but these actually I want to keep. I'm not a Friends fanatic. I mean, I've seen the show, but I'm just not like a fan of it. I do like it. I would watch it if there was nothing else to watch, but I'm not like, I don't know the meanings of the names and stuff like that. But anyways, this is the Friend Revolution palette that looks like this. It's a very big palette, but I'm actually pleasantly surprised by how many mattes there are in here. I've found that Revolution palettes recently are very shimmer heavy. There's a police car. Yeah, I just find myself not gravitating towards Revolution palettes recently because everything they release is just so shimmer heavy. But there's actually so many mattes in here, and it's a nice even split between mattes and shimmers that you can get some variety in the looks that you're gonna do. I mean, it is a very neutral pink palette, so you're gonna get like neutral pinky looks. They did also have a taxi shaped one, but that one was very shimmer heavy and very cool tone, so I ended up giving that one away. But I kept this one, which is the Lobster, and this is what this one looks like. It's just a giant lobster, and then these are the shades on the inside. This is a very cool tone palette once again. I really feel like it's that pop of red that's making me keep this palette, to be honest with you, because if I took that out, I wouldn't touch this palette. But this would be great for like the everyday, if you are a Friends fan and you do love everyday natural neutral brown cool tone looks, this would be great for you. I got this from Makeup Obsession. This is the Honey Lust shadow palette. Someone asked me recently to grab this and do a video with it, and this is what this one looks like. Very warm tone neutral eyeshadow palette, but you do get some pops of greens and purples. You get like warm tone orangey, dark brown, a nice burgundy. I mean, it is a jumble. I don't like the layout. There's just so much. Can we get everything in order, please? I feel like when shades are all over the place like this, your eyes just kind of go, you know, to all of them, rather than just seeing the story, the color story that they're trying to sell you. Like, you get a red in here, you get an orange, you get a yellow, you get a deep dark burgundy, but because they're all over the place, I can't see it as a cohesive look. I also got the Makeup Obsession LA Dreams palette, which is such a unique color story, like greens and pinks, but cool toned. I'm vibing it. You get a gorgeous selection of mattes in here, like dark green, dark pinks, like really nice, but then you get the pops of bright. I like this palette. It's very unique. I have nothing like it in my collection, which is hard to do. I got another Makeup Obsession palette. This is the After Dark palette, which I thought looked gorgeous on the website because it has loads of deep dark colors, which is definitely my type of vibe. Whoever is designing for Makeup Obsession, they're doing such a good job because they're putting really gorgeous mattes into their palettes with gorgeous pops of shimmers. Like, I'm really inspired by the color story in this palette, and I can just think of so many looks, to be honest, so can't wait to use this. And then last but not least, because I've been sitting here forever, is the XX Revolution X-Ray palette, which is massive, but this is a pinky type of palette. How gorgeous is this? It's smaller than their big gigantic £30 palettes, I think, but it's still a big palette. I mean, it's quite a lot of pink. They could have put some purples or some deeper colors in here. It is a lot of pink, and there's very like this is very similar shades in here. I mean, how many hot pinks can you put in one palette? But I mean, it's cute, right? If you like pinks and you like neutrals, you'll probably like the color story in here, but I feel like it could have been, the same effect could have been achieved with a smaller palette. Like, there's so many repeat shades in here. But yeah, that is the last palette, guys. Let me know which ones you want me to start with. What do you want to see a video on the most? I'm probably gonna start with the Natasha Denona and the Juvia's Place Wahala, and you know, stuff that has launched recently, and then I'll make my way through the stuff that has, you know, been out for a little while. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Take care. Bye.